Hey guys, Tarek is here. Wanted to do a quick video and share my initial thoughts on Flicker in PoE 2. Initially, I wanted to go into PoE 2 totally blind, but that ship has sailed, at least partially. I just had to look at Flicker Strike and how I will go about making a character that works somewhat at least, and my Discord server couldn't stop spamming me with PoE 2 stuff anyway, so I had no chance either way. Well, we don't know even half the things that will await us in early access, and a lot of things are probably due to change, but with the limited info we have, we pretty much have to assume that Flicker will no longer work as it does in PoE 1. Let's have a quick look at Flicker Strike as it is available in PoE 2DB. Great website, by the way, link is in the description. You'll quickly notice that one very important line is there at the bottom, and it reads, "You cannot gain power charges while using the skill." So at first, that doesn't seem all too problematic, right? We can still use the skill constantly, so Perma Flicker isn't really dead. It doesn't require a charge to just baseline work. It just does 3 additional strikes per power charge. But if you take a slightly closer look at the base attack speed, you'll see it will practically be dead still. Unless you get the 285% more attack speed, which, if my math checks out, will be about 142 base attack speed. If you expend a charge, Flickering will feel like you're playing a slam skill without a decent attack speed boost, and you'll be at most doing like 30% of what you would want on attack speed. So it will be probably functional, but extremely slow. So the only way to make this decently usable is by consuming power charges constantly, which is a bit problem because you just won't be able to gain power charges while using the skills, which will mean de facto, after all, Perma Flicker is de facto dead in PoE 2. Well, so much for the bad news. Now we try to fix it. We have a few charge-related notables and keystones that might be workable, specifically these two, Lust for Power and Resonance. With Resonance, there might be some nifty way to get around the power charge gain prevention by rotating your charges in some way, possibly with an interaction that makes skill use endurance charges or even frenzy charges instead of power charges. That way, you could get around the prevention of power charge gain and instead gain endurance charges or even gain endurance charges which get converted to frenzy charges, etc., etc. And then you could expend those. If that would be workable, that's even half the solution. So we don't know if this works at all. And with Lust for Power, we might have a patchwork fix for the power charge problem. PoE seemingly being a 10-button game, we will have to do some more skills than just that one Flicker skill anyways, at least at bosses. So we probably want this anyways, and it will make the flicks more powerful. But now on to what I think will be the actual potential fix for our Flicker dilemma of perma-flickering. One with the Storm. Assuming it works the way I interpret it to work, this will allow us to use permanent flicker at 140%-ish instead of 50% attack speed. Always spending at least one charge would allow us to hold down right click and just flicker on. Maybe the wording on flicker will mean you will do 1 slow and then 3 fast attacks. And that way, spending more than 1 charge would actually feel smoother, but we'll find out if this is the case soon enough. The main assumption I'm making is the condition for this notable only mentions quarterstaff skills that consume power charges, but it does not mention that a charge actually has to be consumed for this to work, only that the skill should consume it, which would mean that it will always count as consuming +1 charges, even if you consume 0. In this case, you would count as 1 and do 3 additional strikes at high speed as with the line on Flicker. While a fully charged Flicker is probably what we'll throw at bosses, as mentioned, I'm thinking this notable will actually solve our perma Flicker problems. I'm hopeful this works the way I think it would, and yeah, which is pray this works. That's really the main thing I wanted to cover in this video. It looks like perma Flicker was dead for a long time. Since the charge game prevention info was out for quite a long time, we had the info on skills for, I don't know, quite some time. But we always knew there was charge prevention, and it looked like Perma Flicker was dead. But when I discovered this notable, I'm starting to feel like this might just be possible, and we might just get back to flickering constantly again. One quick addition to the video is my ascendancy thoughts on Flicker Monk. We will have to go Monk because Flicker isn't just a quarter-sub skill, but a Monk skill at the current info I have. So we will be looking at Monk and either Ascendancy we have available right now. So as of right now, I haven't found a way to scale damage out of defenses, but specifically with Monk being a hybrid in class, I'll be probably going Energy Shield CI again. I just love CI. Doesn't matter what skill, just CI is awesome. And I'm hoping it will perform just as good as it does in PoE 1, concerning defenses only. We'll look at damage later. I'll just try to make the character tanky first, and then we'll worry about damage. Ascendancy-wise, both Invoker and Acolyte look pretty good, especially if we use the displayed 3 keystones, CI, EB, and MOM, and these together could make a pretty good combo. We will see if that works, but yeah, just a few days. For Invoker, Invoker's Faith is a choice. Will double our energy shield. That might have a beneficial interaction if we decide to go the aforementioned combo of the 3 keystones. Or it might be entirely useless. But Invoker, with the Ascendancy options we're seeing right now, we don't know all of them. Neither do we do for Acolyte or any other, actually. It seems to be a solid choice, especially with elemental expressions that will probably add explosions. And we don't know how we deal with AoE yet, so that might be a very good fix to just go explosions. And Acolyte's Ravenous Doubts, and possibly but not necessarily, Consuming Questions will be amazing contenders for CI, EB, MOM build. And if we don't get to make CI, EB, MOM build, we can just go CI, and then Consuming Questions will be a very good just baseline. Embrace the Darkness and Grasp of the Void might also be good for damage, and Darkness might be a decent mitigation layer if we keep Evasion as an avoidance layer. We don't do Iron Reflexes, might not even go down there. We'll see how that works out. Pretty excited for that, but that's all I have for this video. Really excited to get my hands on PoE 2 at the end of this week, and we'll see how my assumptions turn out, if I'm wrong, if I'm right, and what works and what doesn't. All right, thanks for watching, and hope to see you in the next one. Cheers and goodbye.